Aylin Sky Astro, a podcast that inspires the present-day visionary to live their best life. Welcome, Aries, to your horoscope for April 2023. We are going to be focusing on two planets. This is going to be a shorter horoscope for this month. And if you want to know what is happening with the lunar cycles, make sure that you check out my other videos that will cover the eclipse and the full moon for this month. So two planets I want to focus on for you guys is going to be Mercury and Venus. Your mindset and relationship dynamics. This is going to be a big one for many of you this month. Happy birthday, by the way. And if you're here for the first time, my name is Aylin Sky. I'm an astrologer and numerologist. I couple the astrology with the degrees. That's what I love focusing as far as the astrology. And I bring horoscopes and other spiritual topics. If you are here for the first time, I would love for you to hang out with me. There's room for everyone. Make sure that you subscribe and ring the bell and leave a comment below. Let me know that you're here and where you're tuning in from. All right, first things first. The very first thing I want to talk about is April 3rd. Your mindset shifts on to the territory of money, productivity, and your self-worth. This is going to be a time where you guys are going to be focusing a lot on thinking about how to make money, thinking about how to improve this area of your life, but also just in general, over the next several weeks, you are going to be digging in a little bit more into how to create income or how to become more productive in new ways, because Uranus is here as well in the second house, as well as the North Node. This has been going on for quite some time, but now this month you are going to start to rethink your approach. When Mercury falls into Taurus, this is going to be a time where we're focusing on a lot more quality conversations. The conversations have a lot more substance, okay? They have a lot more grit. There is an intentionality behind it. There is a deliberate sort of energy behind it. There is productivity as far as the conversations go, because you are really getting to the root of what is worth your time. That's what I'm seeing for many of you. And it looks like you are going to be not flexible in the sense that you don't want this area to be flexible anymore. You want this area to be solid. You want more productivity. You want it to be more consequential. Like, if I do, this, then I am going to make this kind of money. These are the types of things that could come up where you're having conversations with yourself now about how to bring the value up in assets, how to bring the value up in productivity, how to bring your own value up, okay? Or how something that doesn't have value anymore needs to move out. Like, it's just something that is not going to be worth your time anymore. And that is what I'm seeing. Mercury is going to be in that second house, moving into Taurus on the 3rd from 0 all the way up to 15 degrees when it's going to station to go retrograde, and it's going to end up at 11 degrees at the end of the month. So for you, this is going to be a conversation about bringing this area of your life back into balance, bringing this area of your life back into a new, refreshed sense. There is a fresh start, but there is risk-taking involved in this. And this also has to do with you now having another conversation that is going to happen in the very beginning of this month. On the 3rd, Mercury is going to come into a square with Pluto. Pluto is in your 11th house, the house of friends, social reputation, and groups that you're a part of where there is a shared mindset. There is sort of a shared common denominator. There's a lot that's happening this month in the sense that you are trying to stay grounded with what must be done, but there are a lot of things that you're hearing that you may not necessarily like, or that you are starting to think a bit more deeply about. The intentionality of other people, the intentionality of how that impacts you. And there's friends and relationships that are involved in this, but it's not so much about one-on-one relationships. It's more your connection out there into the world and your connection out to friends and social groups. And so there is sort of a situation that you're dealing with here where it's very penetrating, and there's a reality of a situation that's going on, and there might be a limit here that you are coming about. And it feels sort of weird because it's the first time that you might be realizing that now you're changing the conversation about up leveling in the territory of money and self-worth, but then it also ties into social circles. So you have to rethink this area. And there's a lot of mental focus on the area because it is at 0 degrees. Now let's move on into the relationship territory for you guys this month, okay? Because there is going to be a lot that is going to be happening in the relationship area. And what I am going to pop up here is actually something different to the screen. If you are listening to this podcast version on YouTube, you're going to see April 11th, Sun Jupiter conjunction at 21. We're going to talk a little bit about this, but we're also going to tie it into relationship dynamics. Now, the Sun Jupiter conjunction, that's a very positive conjunction. This is where the Sun, the life-giving, energy, and Jupiter, the ever-expanding Jupiterian wisdom, two planets that are very positive, come together and they form a conjunction. And so this is sort of an energy on steroids. Where is this happening for you guys? This is happening in the first house for you. Okay. So you're getting sort of a glow up of what is going to grow, not only in your mindset as far as worth, but who you are and how you portray yourself. There is a lot of support that you could get in the middle of the month, towards the end of the month, because, and essentially the entire year. Okay. Some Jupiter conjunctions are big in the sense that they charge us up with a new theme. And this theme has to do with growth. It has to do with mindset. It has to do with really making a dream come true or moving on from outdated situations that are no longer part of your particular story because it's happening in the first house. This is you and your journey. This is your dharma. This is like your journey stuff that you are taking you as your own evolution as the person that you are. And so it could also tie into relationship dynamics. And this is what we're going to talk about because Venus enters Gemini on the same day. So then Venus goes into your third house. So conversations come up now with very important people in your life that they're close to you. This could be brothers, could be sisters. The third house can be brothers, sisters, cousins. It can be also people though that are part of your day-to-day. And so when Venus is entering Gemini all month, it's going to move fairly quickly all the way up to 22 degrees in your third house. This is a socialization. Okay, this is a social butterfly kind of moment. Okay, attracting exciting things into your life. But what I want to talk about here that is going to bring up is also the other spectrum of that. And that is, even though there's this glow up happening with the Sun Jupiter conjunction at 21 and things are going really, really well, this up leveling is going to bring a particular square that is going to be happening between Venus and Saturn. This is something that is going to be unfolding towards the end of the month. And you want to focus on this because there's some blockages that might come up that feel really loveless, or relationships that feel sort of, they're spiritually off. Communication is off spiritually between you and certain circumstances, situations, and your mindset is getting impacted by it. And for the first time, you're actually realizing this. This is something where you are coming to this epiphany and this realization that there is sort of this involuntary almost insecurity that comes with the situation. And it's no longer, part of your life. It can't be part of your life. That is what it looks like. Okay. This is sort of the thing that I think that is going to be the biggest thing for many of you is that you are going to start to realize that specific relationships now are going to have to change because you're changing as a person, and so you're growing as a person, and some relationships we outgrow them. And that's what I'm seeing here for many of you. The biggest part this month for many of you, Aries, is that there is a new beginning. And this new beginning is all about you. It is all about things just feeling new and a new territory that you're going into, but you renewing your energy, not only within yourself, but also when it comes to relationship dynamics and how you trust them, how you trust other people. And then this also ties into self-worth, productivity, and money. And you changing this conversation is what I'm seeing for many of you for the month of April of 2023. Now, we are going to wrap up this reading with a quick tarot message. So I'm going to shuffle the cards here real quick. And the card that came up is the Hanged Man. I love this card because this card is about observation. Okay. Right now, it is about observing your life without absorbing things. This is key. The Hanged Man is a very important card in that kind of a way. You're wanting to really be patient before you are acting on anything this month, because it is truly about you focusing on yourself as a fresh start, which is something that you've needed for so long. For many of you, what I'm also seeing, and this is something that I've kind of been looking at for your energy, especially your birthday month, your season, is that the change that you're embarking comes with situations also that you don't love anymore. You know, they're kind of dead. It's like a dead end zone. The Hanged Man basically says, like, once you've cleaned house here, it's time for you to just take a step back and really focus on things that you know are going to give you a good time, things that you know are going to bring you that sense of joy, that sense of, you know, good feeling, and just stay open to surprises this month, right? Stay open to new ways of doing things. Let things actually come towards you. And that is the biggest message that I'm seeing for many of you for the month of April of 2023. Let me know how this month is unfolding for you. I appreciate every single one of you. I also wanted to just say hi to everyone who is listening to the podcast version from Brazil. I see you. I know that you guys are downloading my podcast episode versions in Brazil, and I just wanted to say welcome. Also, welcome to all the new subscribers. Thank you so much for being here. I love seeing you guys. Leave me a comment below. Let me know how this month is unfolding for you. And I am going to see you guys back here in the next episode. Before I hop off, make sure you watch the full moon video and also the eclipse video. They will come out. They should be out about 2 to 3 days after I drop this horoscope. So make sure that you're listening to that as well, because there's going to be a lot of very good golden sort of information as to what is happening when this eclipse season is starting, right? So thank you again for being here, and I am going to see you in the next episode. Bye.